Jackson
Beasley. Here's my student showcase. I built a guitar for my senior project. Alright. So what is art? This is a question I always pondered as a child. Because I grew up in a artistic household, especially centered around music, and I watched all of my family members play instruments, and I've always wondered how these instruments worked and the electronics behind it and what made the magic happen. So when I was trying to choose my senior project, I've always had building a guitar in the back of my mind because it's my favorite instrument, and I just thought it would be a cool project, maybe be something I would want to consider be my career. And so I chose it as my senior project, and I started looking around for people around my church, and I found this guy named Dan, and I ended up driving an hour away to meet him to, make sure everything, to see if he, full potential, basically. Anyways, he built this amazing guitar, and I knew he was the one. So I started talking to him for a bit. We tried to figure out what kind of guitar I wanted, and the parts that I would need to buy, and just start gathering everything together. And he had to pretty much opt out from being my senior project facilitator. And it was bad because it was like we were all the way into October, and then he was gone. And I didn't do anything for the rest of the year until around January. And I was starting to hit stress mode because I had to find someone new. And it's hard to find people that build guitars. Now, this blog was actually deleted this morning, so I apologize, but I'll talk about it. But basically, what ended up happening was I found someone new from my church, and he lived right down the street from me. So I went to his house, and we went shopping, and I ended up buying parts for my guitar, and I bought a template online to help me know what to cut out. If you see, all the wood is shaped and cut from me that I bought, but the parts I bought online. And so I'll show you some pictures. There's that. And then here's me. I'm actually creating the indent. I'm not screwing, I'm creating the indents to find out where I need to put the screws in. Interesting stuff. And here is where I'm trying to draw out an outline. Just, figuring it all out, shaking it out. Preparing to saw it. This is a saw that I learned how to use. It was absolutely the coolest part about this whole project was learning how to use a saw. Oh man, cutting wood. It was very scary. I almost cut my finger off. Here's me in my baseball cap with sunburnt cheeks, just sanding down, making this smooth as glass. Pretty much making it pretty. Took a lot longer than you think. I think that was the biggest obstacle with making this guitar was having to deal with learning what new tools I have to use to actually build this thing, but to also sand it down because there was a lot of that, and I don't have a lot of patience, and it took up a lot of time. So I ended up hanging up this fretboard right here, and I hung it there because I had to spray it down with some gloss to make it all shiny and smooth. So I gave it about 5 coats, including the body. So, alright. You keep on going up. I'm reaching the end of the guitar. But I wanted to try something new. When I said I got all the parts in, I actually got, if you count the number of pickups I have in the guitar, it has 4, but it came with 3. And I bought my own pickup online, and I wanted to somehow get it and solder it and put it in here so I could use it, make this guitar my own hybrid. So I actually had to cut out the pick guard to get this double coil pickup inside of it. And it was also very hard learning how to solder. It was a tough time, but I learned how to do it. Thanks to my project facilitator, Jeff. So this is the end of the guitar. We have there's me, my facilitator. There's me working with the wires of it all. And here's the inside of the guitar. Alright. Anyways. Alright, so now I'm just gonna play a little bit for you guys. Alright. What I learned from this senior project is that I love having the chance to show my creativity to my teachers because I feel like I was never given one, and I didn't actually think I could pull this off, and it's also helped me determine what I want for my future career, which is not guitar making. I honestly feel like factories can replace me. Anyways. Thank you.